Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am Madden Game Man, and I am back with some more Madden 24 news. This one we got Madden 24 full ratings officially revealed. Bruh, I'm so excited for Madden 24, man. Like I said, this is gonna be Madden's year. I'm telling you guys, hey, I don't think this is not gonna be like it was years past. It's just something about Madden 24 that's like, I don't know. It's just it seems different. I could be completely wrong, but I got all the faith that Madden 24 is gonna be different. Got cross platform. What is it? Cross platform. You got the franchise changes. The face of the franchise changes. Just all. Oh my goodness gracious, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, in these overalls, I haven't had too much problem with it. Here and there, a little bit of a problem, but other than that, not too much. But before I get to his reaction, I need you guys to like this video. If you want to see more reactions just like this one, all you gotta do is hit that like button. Without further ado, just jump right into it.
EA Sports has finally released all of the Madden 24 ratings, so let's go over them. Now, I know there's going to be a lot of debates over these ratings as usual. We've gone over a lot of the players so far this week already.
Oh, I did see this on Instagram though.
But we have a few new ones to go over. Starting with quarterbacks, of course, Patrick Mahomes is coming in at 99 overall. I don't think anybody has an issue with that. Literally nobody should have a problem.
But my boy Joe Burrow, he at them heels, boy.
On the cover at 94. Now, I'm sure a lot of people are going to say that Josh Allen should be second. I mean, they're basically even. I mean, they're like one overall apart. They're both very good. I think Joe is...
Put both at 95 in my opinion.
Success, so that's probably what's giving him the nod if I had to guess. But I mean, they're essentially, rated the same. Then you've got Lamar Jackson at 4 with a 91, which actually surprises me after, some of the injuries and some of the downtime.
Wait.
I thought they would drop him even more.
Put Jalen Hurts ahead of Lamar Jackson. If it's based on the year,
he comes in at 8.
I'm not saying Jalen Hurts is better than Lamar. But I mean, like, as far as the year, you got to put Jalen Hurts up there.
He didn't set out those last couple games. I still think Mahomes would have got it, but Jalen Hurts was very much in that discussion, and he's only an 88. He should definitely be, I think, at the bare minimum, he should be a 90. I would probably put him over Lamar.
He got to be a 90.
Season he had, but yeah, it's kind of crazy.
See, like I said, most recent season.
Especially Josh Allen. If you remember Josh Allen's first 2 years, he was good. He showed some flashes, but there was a lot of bad. There was a lot he had to work on. Then in his third year, he had an amazing year, and then coming into Madden that following season, he was like an 88 or 89. Everybody was freaking out. They're like, he's not even in the 90s. The same thing is happening with Hurts right now. First 2 years, didn't really look like he was going to potentially be the QB of the future. It was kind of still up in the air. Third year, he went ballistic. And so I think with EA, they're like, we want to see it again. So if he continues playing that way, he'll probably be, 92, 93, 94, halfway through this season. Then you got
Dak Prescott's at 87.
A lot of people think Dak is rated too high. He did lead the league in picks.
What?
I'm actually a guy that always says I think Dak is a little underrated just in general by football fans. Yeah, he does make some boneheaded plays.
Underrated?
He's one of the better QBs in the league, but if you wanted to...
No, he's not!
...over him, I wouldn't really disagree with that, but I'm not really too...
I see... Whoa. Okay, they both 8.
He's just...
Ain't no way. Justin Herbert got to be 80 at 88.
A little bit of a bounce back.
89.
Last year, was his worst season, so kind of makes sense why he would drop. Kirk Cousins comes in at number 9 with the 84. Had one of his best seasons. Might have been his best, actually. Really good season, so I'm okay with Kirk being there. Some people might want to see him higher. And then Tua, I'm kind of surprised, is the 10th guy at 83. Because
kind of surprised. Ooh, I'm kind of surprised Tua is not rated higher.
With the world. That's when Outplayed comes in.
I thought it would be Trevor Lawrence, who's at 82. He is probably the QB that I have the most issue with. At 82. I thought for sure he'd be like at 85 at least. I thought he would be in the top 10. Very surprised.
I'll put Trevor Lawrence at like 84.
Having all the injuries and missing time, that
83, 84 in my opinion.
That's kind of my biggest thing with the top 10. I would personally...
I'll put Geno 82.
With Tua. I don't have a problem with Tua's rating, but I would just bump Trevor's up like a few points. And I would definitely bump Hurts at least to a 90 at the very least. Then you've got...
Justin Fields is a 76.
I think he's also kind of becoming an underrated QB at this point.
You gotta put... I'm putting Justin Fields over Kyler Murray for the year.
Watson, they're not playing at their best. They haven't been playing at their best, but they could easily jump up to the mid to high 80s.
I gotta put Jalen Fields in front of Derek Carr too, even though I like Derek Carr. He's my boy.
Russell jump up now that Peyton's there. I think he'll be using him a little bit better. I think the Broncos in general are just going to be better. Justin Fields is the other guy I saw a lot of.
I mean, they can't be any worse.
At 76, it's really Hurts, Trevor Lawrence, and Justin Fields. I don't have too much of a problem with Justin Fields because he just really hasn't shown enough yet. We know he can run with the best of them, but in terms of throwing, he hasn't really been able to show a lot yet, but also his situation has been one of the worst in the league. Now he's got DJ Moore, so he should have some more help. I do think he'll jump into the 80s this year, even if it's low 80s, but for starting the year, based on what he's done his first couple years in the league, I'm not really too mad at the rating because I just don't think we've seen enough from him yet to say that he deserves to be in the 80s. Then you got Ryan Tannehill also at a 76. Daniel Jones at a 75 is also very surprising. I forgot all about this. Him and Matthew Stafford, obviously Stafford missed time, didn't have as great of a year. Daniel Jones had his best year. I think 75 is...
I gotta put him 76 for Daniel Jones.
Like, I mean, that would be much more understandable.
Nah, I don't know about 80. That's a little...
Matt Jones at a 74. Brock Purdy at a 73. I thought he'd be like a few points higher just because of how he played last year. CJ Stroud is the second QB. Rookie QB at a 73, who is also tied with Kenny Pickett, who was the highest QB last year. Then you've got Andy Dalton and Baker Mayfield at a 72, kind of, some older veteran journeyman quarterbacks. And then Jacoby Brissett, another older journeyman at 72 as well. Trey Lance is a 71. We'll see if he can finally bounce back and stay healthy. Anthony Richardson comes in at a 70 with 91 speed. We knew he would be fast, so he's going to be fun to play with. Desmond Ridder and Jameis Winston, also Jordan Love, all coming in at 70s. Desmond Ridder with 88 speed, which is really good. You got Marcus Mariota, Taysom Hill at 69, Will Levis, another rookie at 69, and Zach Wilson all the way down to a 69 as well. Hey, if you're still here watching at this point of the video,
Zach Wilson should be a 50.
You might as well just go ahead and subscribe because you're
give him a 40.
Part of the family now, whether you like it or not. You're still here, so you might as well
absolutely was terrible, man. I mean, absolutely terrible.
Appreciate it. Now let's look at the tight ends, another new position that was recently released. Travis Kelce is our other 99 overall. No problem with this. He's been the best tight end for years. George Kittle, not very far behind, but Travis Kelce, I mean, go look at his numbers.
They're right there with each other.
All the touchdowns he racks up, it's just unprecedented what he's doing, and he's probably going to break all the tight end records if he stays healthy, especially with Mahomes as his QB. You've got Kittle at a 96, Mark Andrews right behind him, 95. Those are the top three guys. Like, those are the clear-cut top three guys. No problem with that. TJ Hawkinson, I think, is definitely the fourth guy at this point, and he'll probably
100%
go up with that Minnesota offense. He's really good. Dallas Goedert right there with him at 89. Kyle Pitts at 88.
I really like a Dallas Goedert game.
Good season last year. He just didn't. And I don't remember if he was injured a little bit. He might have been. But Kyle Pitts hasn't really completely lived up to the hype just yet. But tight ends are also a position that usually takes a little bit for them to live up to the hype.
I think he was injured though, wasn't he?
Busting a lot of times for.
I feel like he was injured. He was injured a lot during the season. I could be wrong.
87.
I'm pretty sure he was injured though. But Kyle Pitts when healthy, he
down a little bit at 86.
He a demon.
85. Like, in my opinion, I would have Freiermuth over some of those guys right now based on how he played last year. Then you've got David Njoku and Evan Ingram at an 84. You've got Dawson Knox and Zach Ertz at an 83. Dalton Schultz and Gerald.
My boy Dawson Knox.
Mike Gesicki at an 81.
He is so underrated, man. So underrated.
He at an 80. And then Cole Kmet, Noah Fant, 79 and 78. I do think that's a little low for Cole Kmet too. I thought he really kind of stepped up last year, so we'll have to see what happens throughout this season. Now let's look at cornerbacks, another one of the positions they just recently released. This is always one of the most debated position groups. I feel like cornerbacks and receivers are the most debated because there's so many good ones now that trying to come up with the top 5 or top 10, you're going to leave some good players out and it's going to feel like disrespect, but there's just so many good ones at those positions now. Jalen Ramsey still holding down the top spot at 97. I don't really have too much problem with it. I think he definitely lost a step last year. If I was going to change...
He definitely lost a step last year. If it's based on last year, I don't know, I'll put him 97.
Because I truly believe he is, and I do think by the end of this year, he will claim that spot in the ratings. And he's very close, as you can see, at a 94. He's one behind Alex.
Bro, what are they doing with Darius Slay?
Or Ramsey.
He was the best cornerback all season long last year, bro. There's no debate. He was the best corner all season long.
93 actually surprised me.
Bro, why is Darius Slay at 92?
I consider him the 4th best.
Now I'm mad. Now, why is he 92, huh?
So close. Like, Marlon Humphrey's definitely like a top 7 guy, no doubt. But I would personally
disrespect, just disrespectful.
Sauce Gardner, you could argue after his season last year, but they're all
Darius Slay lockdown. Yeah, that's him.
Saying that these guys are equally as good. Then you've got Gilmore at 91, which surprised me too. I didn't think he'd be that high given kind of where he is in his career. He's still very good, but I thought he'd come in more like an 88 or something like that. Then you've got Lattimore at a 90, which as a Saints fan, I'd like to see him be higher, but he missed a lot of last year with injury, so I kind of understand I think
Lattimore is a solid player too.
this year.
He a solid corner.
Another guy that would be higher if he wasn't always hurt at a 90. Denzel.
Oh, he definitely will be.
I'm actually surprised because I feel like he's better than that. I'd have him in the 90s as well. But again,
I have Denzel Ward at 89 to 90. Yeah, 89, 90 in my opinion.
Plus and ESPN Plus.
Bump him up a little bit.
Guys, and this is where you start to feel like some players are getting disrespected. Like AJ Terrell, is he not a top 10 corner? I mean, based on the ratings, he's 1 point away from being. Same with Trayvon Diggs. He's literally 1 point away from being tied for the 10th best. And it's just all so close. But I think Trayvon Diggs definitely had a much better season last year than the year before. Even though they had less picks, he was much better in coverage, which is more important. AJ Terrell is still solid. I think these guys are liable to jump up to the 90s pretty easily. You've got Jamel Dean at 85, James Bradbury at 85. I saw some people say Bradbury should be higher. I mean, I'm pretty.
Bradbury 85?
Patrick Peterson at 85. I saw some people.
I gotta put him 86.
I mean, he could maybe be a little.
Because they was the best duo in football last year. There's no question. They was the best duo in football. Him and Darius Slay.
Is a top 20 guy, so I'm okay with it.
They locking that down. You heard? They locking that down. It's gonna be a long day for your receivers. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna say Howard's too low. I don't know. I've never felt like Howard was as good as other people thought he was. I mean, he was better.
Howard is too low. He is. He gotta be at 86.
Back this year. DJ Reed and Greg Newsome at 83, along with J.C. Horn, Jonathan Jones, and Tariq Woolen. This is the one I think most people have the biggest problem with. Tariq Woolen at 83 is way too low. Now, a lot of people are comparing him to Sauce because, like, you know, he had more interceptions and stuff like that. Sauce is a better corner, like, flat out. Sauce is a better corner. When you look at coverage, when you look at all the little things and not just interceptions.
Sauce that dude.
Deflections and stuff like that.
Well, he only giving up like 2 touchdowns, 1 touchdown, some stat like that.
That far off. Like, he shouldn't be an 83, not in my opinion. I don't think almost anybody agrees with that. I would have him more like an 86, 87, I think would be more respectable.
Yeah, 86, 87. Yeah, I agree with that.
Probably will get there if he keeps playing how he did, but 83 is crazy to me. Like, again, 87, maybe 86, 88, that to me would be a lot more respectable. Got Tyron Johnson at an 83, Asante Samuel Jr. at an 82, along with Byron Murphy. We got J.C. Jackson and Mike Hilton at an 82. J.C. Jackson kind of fell off a little bit.
Mike Hilton, the best.
Dory Jackson, Carlton Davis.
He's the best blitzing corner in football, in my opinion.
Jackson, Michael Davis.
His blitzes, when he blitz,
it is at a 79.
He is almost a guarantee to get to the quarterback or whoever it is that got that ball.
Because I've already covered them in other videos.
Call that done.
I'll have them linked in the pinned comment. But top 10 running backs, we got Nick Chubb at a 97, which I agree. I think he's the best right now. Christian McCaffrey at a 96. Yeah. Josh Jacobs, 95. Derrick Henry.
They right there. They're right there with each other.
They got the top 5 right. I think you could shuffle, number 2 through 4. You can kind of shuffle them around. I think Derrick Henry still has argument to be number 1, but also McCaffrey. Josh Jacobs, he's had an up and down short career so far, but he had a really good year last year. So if you would like to bump him down, maybe below Henry, because Josh Jacobs hasn't been as consistent.
I gotta put Joe Mixon at 88 with Pollard.
Eckler at 89. Jonathan Taylor at 89.
Ooh, my boy Eckler, 89. There you go. He's finally showing him some respect that he deserves.
No surprise at a 99. Tyreek Hill at a 98. I think he's going to hit
Justin Jefferson.
Devontae Adams down a little bit. Jefferson at 97. Cooper Kupp and Stephon Diggs at a 96, which I think that top 5 is probably right. The only other guy I would really debate, or 2 guys I think you can debate for top 5 right now.
Bro, Chase got to be at 96, bro.
And AJ Brown.
Chase got Chase got to be at 96, 97.
Most issues
94.
Like he should be more like 93, 94.
Y'all tripping, bro. Y'all tripping.
We'll say I think he bumps up into that top 5, but man, like the top 5 receivers, that's hard to crack. If Cooper Kupp,
it is, but Jamar Chase got to be in there. Jamar Chase, he different.
Whatever else happens, he could.
He that dude.
You got Terry McLaurin at a 92, which I'm not mad at because I do think he's really good. He's just had very bad QB play.
I'm putting AJ Brown over Terry, Terry. I'm such a huge fan of both of them, but I gotta put AJ Brown ahead of him with the season he had.
You got Amari Cooper at 91. Some people saying that he's still too high. He's not still a top 10 guy, but
no, Amari Cooper. Bro, what football are y'all watching?
Run routes and get open.
What is you? It's some Dallas Cowboy fans.
Right?
That's what it is. It's some Dallas Cowboy fans.
In terms of getting open and running routes, I don't think there's 10 guys that are harder to cover than Amari Cooper at just purely running routes and getting open and like understanding
his running route ability is
how to use your
almost second to none. Like he
Amari
that
Cooper,
good.
I don't think there's 10 guys better than him at doing that. So that's why I don't mind him still being a top 10 guy. Then you got CeeDee Lamb, who's also a top 10 at 90, and he'll probably continue going up if he played like he did last year. Here are the top 10 defensive ends. Some of these guys are edge guys, some are more interior. It's all based on the scheme they play in. Some of the other edge rushers are going to be listed as linebackers because of the scheme. So obviously Aaron Donald's still a 99. Myles Garrett and Nick Bosa at 98. Both of those guys liable to get to 99. Myles Garrett's already been there. I think Nick Bosa will probably get there this year. Some people feel like he should have came in as a 99. I don't really disagree with that either. I think he's Defensive Player of the Year. He was that good. Michael Parsons, 97. I mean, he's one of the best at this point as well. No problem with that. Von Miller, 94. Cameron Hayward, 93. DeMarcus Lawrence, 90. Jeffrey Simmons, 89. Cameron Jordan, and Trey Hendrickson at an 87. Now you got your outside linebackers, and again, some of these guys are more edge.
Ooh, my boy Max Crosby.
TJ Watt at 94. Good to see Max Crosby getting love. TJ Watt feels like he's back to being underrated.
Thank you. Thank you. He just said what I was about to say. He finally getting that recognition and love that he deserves. Gotta give it up for Max Crosby. Y'all don't know, y'all ain't seen his highlights? Go check them out. I'm telling you.
89, Matt Milano,
you're gonna be a fan.
88, Brian Burns, Danielle Hunter at 87, and Dre Greenlaw at 86. I would definitely bump Brian Burns up a little as well. At your middle linebackers, you've got Fred Warner at a 96. He's still the best in the league. No problem there. Roquan Smith, he's finally getting more love in the ratings. He was always super underrated. He's up at a 92. He's definitely been playing.
I put him with Levante at
Levante David at
91, 92.
Good. DeMario Davis at a 90. Biased, but I would have him up higher how he was the last couple of years, more at like a 93, 94. I mean, him and Levante Davis are close, honestly. I feel like he's a little better.
Him and Levante Davis is close, in my opinion.
Either way. Him, Levante, and Roquan are all really close, in my opinion, whereas Fred Warner, I think, is the clear best guy. Bobby Wagner at 89 at this point of his career, I think, is a little too high. He's not the guy he once was. I'd drop him a few more points. Nothing crazy. But I would rather have like Nick Bolton and maybe even Tremaine Edmonds over Bobby Wagner at this point of his career. Not all time. Not by
That's interesting.
CJ Mosley.
That's an interesting one right there.
Andre Campbell and Eric Kendricks.
What you guys think? You think Bobby Wagner should be still 89 in your opinion?
Minka is the number 2
what
safety at
did I just say?
3. You got Justin Simmons, Kevin Byard at 92, Jesse Bates at a 91 along with Tyrann Mathieu. I think that top 5 to 6 guys is right. You can shuffle those guys. I think after Derwin, when you're at Minka down to like Jesse Bates and Tyrann Mathieu, you can shuffle those guys. Even as a fan, I would say Tyrann probably like at the bottom of that list at this point of his career, but like Byard, Simmons, Bates,
Honey Badger.
I think you could shuffle those guys around, and you could see they're all within like 2 points of each other. They're very, very similar. Then you got Budda Baker at a 90 along with Harrison Smith. Harrison Smith's still one of the best, so I don't have a problem with him still being a top 10 guy. And then you've got Jordan Poyer also at a 90 and Micah Hyde at an 89. Those guys are still holding it down. Now, if you want to know more about Madden 24's franchise,
I ain't really got no problem with the ratings, to be honest with you. I think they was solid all the way around. A couple of them I would have switched out, but overall, I think Madden got it right with the ratings, in my opinion. But I do got a question for you guys. Do you think Bobby Wagner should be rated higher or lower? Should he be at 89 or should he be a little bit lower? Or do you think he should be like in the 90 plus? I feel like 89 is good for Bobby Wagner, and what he is right now, 89 is good for him. But that's gonna do it for me, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction. Love every single one of you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.